25, 15, and 11 tonight. Back to Staples Center. AD is now speaking with the media.
How did things look to you in the fourth, and how do you guys think you kind of regrouped in time for overtime to win it?
We had the lead, and we kind of let it slip away with the foul, 2 tucks. I think some delay the game. He had shot 5 straight free throws. He just gave him 5 points. So, and they kind of gave him a rhythm, and gave him some hope. But it's a young team. They don't give up. They got guys who can score the ball. They was able to regain the lead in overtime, hit some big shots, get some big stops, and win the game.
AD, what type of confidence do you guys have, as a team, have in Carmelo Anthony right now? The way he's shooting the ball, particularly at Staples Center, he's shooting like 65% from three.
Three at home. Yep. He's a shooter. He's a scorer. You don't have I don't know how many points he got, but he got a lot. It's not a fluke. So when he's open, we try to find him. Anytime he shoots the ball, I think it's going in. And he just gives us confidence. He gives us momentum. Crowd gets into it. The bench gets into it. It's just a different type of feeling when he shoots the ball and it goes in, especially a 3. It gets us hyped, gets us excited to go on the other end, get a stop, try to find him again. So now we just need the same thing. We need the same thing on the road.
AD, you guys have belonged 3 big leads to teams. Tonight you won the game. Is there any sense in you tonight that you were not going to let you guys lose this game after collapsing against Oklahoma?
Yeah, I mean, they lost 4 in a row, and they needed a win, but we needed to win. Most like we wasn't losing this game, and like I said, we had the game under control, and that whole spill of a couple techs, delayed games, we got fouled, had 2 free throws and things like that. Kind of let them get back into the game, So, we just want to make sure that, one, learn from our mistakes of blowing leads, but also making sure that, no matter what we do, we got to get the win tonight.
Hey, D, is it a bit unbelievable that just a short while ago Carmelo was out of the league?
It's definitely surprising. What he's able to bring to a team. We've seen over the last 3 years. He's, like I said, great scorer, great mentor for guys, leadership. He's savvy. He's a vet. He knows the game, and he brings so much to a team. And for us, he brings all those things I just mentioned, and helped us win a lot of games this year, just with his performance alone. So it's definitely surprising and shocking that that nobody won him a couple years ago. But we'll be more than happy to have him.
Hey, I'm just wondering, kind of over this stretch, is there something that you have learned about yourself or adjusted about what you tasked yourself with over these last couple of games? Yeah, about LeBron, but not being healthy kind of overall.
Yeah, just leadership. Melo is in my ear a lot. Just about leading the team and controlling the team. Especially with the LBs out. And we don't have all our guys yet, so guys are playing a lot of minutes right now. But it's my job to make sure that I take command of the team. And even when LB's playing, we had a little player meeting early in the season, before the season. And that was one of the things the guys told me, just make sure I stay in control of the team and just putting guys where they need to be and doing it with leadership, just bring that leadership skill set out and just helping the guys out. So that's just try to do it. That's definitely the mindset, on the team, but especially when Brian's out.
From 3, that's where I want to start before we get into the good and some of the bad. I want to start with Melo, pure Melo. That's what he is at Staples Center. 8th time in his career he's had 7 threes. He is a ridiculous. I mean, just think about these numbers. 38 for 59 from 3 at home. That's 64%. I know he's 6% on the road. He's 64% with 59 attempts at home.
We talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly. On the road, it's ugly. But you know, the thing about Carmelo, he comes out with a lot of energy each and every night. And he's one of those players that's like the microwave. He's going to come out either hot or he's not. And when he's hot, you got to feed him. And it's so weird that if you watch him on his threes, he didn't get any plays ready for him. He just got to the open spot. His teammates found him, and he shot the ball. And sometimes the game can be just that simple. You don't always have to run plays for guys because guys are so intent on helping defensively that all you can do is just dribble at them. They're gonna help. You kick it, you get a shot, and that's how Melo get his threes.
Yeah, Melo likes being at home for sure. I don't know. Sometimes when you're flying, it affects you a little bit until you get used to it in a season. But boy, when he's at home, he knows that the crowd loves him. He knows that the team needs him. A prolific, pure shooter, answered at the right time. And when he gets those one down, he also is a good post-up player. He can really get that 10-foot range going. And I just thought tonight, man, he was just came to play and, you know, gave us a lot where we were missing LeBron. We're missing some players. He stepped up big time.
Is there a better value contract in the NBA? This guy's making a little over $2.5 million. Yes. All good money to the average person, obviously, not in a profession where the average salary is between $9.5 and $10 million. Great pickup for the Lakers on that second day of free agency, no doubt about it. And Rob, what were your home road splits for three-point shooting?
The same, Rob?
64 and 6%?
It wasn't that good. I was probably a little bit better on the road.
He certainly didn't have 58 attempts through 11 games.
Right. No, not at all.
Yeah.
It took me 62 games to get
And obviously there have been more home games than away games, but he is absolutely comfortable at home. The crowd absolutely loves him, and it is a lot of fun. I guess we'll go to AD, and then I want to get to something else. 32 points. You heard what he had to say, Mike, to Trudell about throwing up after the third.
Yeah.
He said, "I don't really care about the injuries, the sickness. Yeah, obviously it's bothering me, but we have a chance to come out here and compete." He was 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds. Probably the 5 blocks, though, the most important thing, and 3 steals. We're talking about 8 plays on that defensive end, and AD much better in that second half. Really, from the second quarter on, first quarter struggle.
If you're not feeling well, you sacrifice typically at one end of the court, either on offense or defense. This is a guy who did neither tonight. He was great on both ends. When you have 8 combined steals and blocks, that's good defensive hustle, period, no matter what. And I really felt like AD really helped the Lakers kind of take control. He was a very calming influence out there. We saw him go to the locker room, late in the third quarter. Now we know why. We weren't quite sure what it was. But he was just a dominant, kind of a quietly dominant player tonight.
You just saw that play right there, the one that got him to the baseline for that little jumper. That's when we all erupted in here and said, that's what we want you to do. Late in that game, he's away from the basket a lot of times. When he's inside, people just cannot stop him. Whose job is that to get him down there, James? Is that coach? Is that you see LeBron sometimes wave him down here? Is that AD saying this is where I'm planting my flag? I mean, it's obviously when Russ has the ball and they're spreading out, that's different. But in crucial situations, when he's at that elbow, as Rob always says, he is so dangerous.
Absolutely. And when you look at the one shot when they came out of timeout, he shot the air ball 3. That one I didn't understand. To me, if I'm coaching, it always starts there. When you want a guy to get down in the post, you design a play for that. I thought the one where he got the ball at 15 feet and he was in attack mode. That's what you want. Aggressiveness, going to the bucket, making the defense give you the shot which you want. He got there, did his little turnaround, he had a nice little shot. And that's what you want. So I think it's up to both the coach and the player to get the highest percentage shot, the one where you might get a foul. Floating around out there on the perimeter with fadeaway, you're not going to get a foul, and that's a high percentage shot when you need it.
I always look at, you have Bridges on you who is 6'7".
Yeah.
You're 6'10", and you go into his world, which is out on the perimeter. That's what Bridges has been playing all season. for the life of me, I can't understand why do you go in their world. Take him to your world where you can eat, and you're 3 inches taller than him. He cannot block your shot. I know Bridges is an incredible athlete, but go into your world where you can eat. And all he has to do is do what we just showed him, drive baseline, shoot over the top of this guy. You got so many moves. You got so much in your toolbox. If you're not using them, that's a problem. You know, I know he won the game, but still, though, you have to learn from this. And the coaches and the players also have to learn from this.